Welcome to Guns and Gear Network. I appreciate you tuning in today. Today we are back in the bunker. I hadn't done a video down here in quite a while. Been doing a lot of other stuff video-wise instead of some of the prepping and survival stuff. And I found a neat product and thought I'd bring it to you. So what we're looking at today to review is the Cheap Shot broadheads by Cold Steel, and I found them, thought they were very economical. You know, if you've watched my channel much, I try being budget friendly in a lot of these things that I do, and this is no different than that. So I wanted to bring these to you. So when we talk survival and prepping, I'll discuss that real quick. We talk about usually having some type of system other than a firearm, whether it be a slingshot or a bow and arrow and things like that. They can be used to obviously secure game. They can be used even in a self-defense situation if you needed to. They're the silent option, I call it. I did a video about that. They're the silencer without the ATF, needed for approval. But they have a place. They've been used for centuries, and I mean dating back years and years and years to the Vikings, and everybody else used a bow. A lot of game have been taken with bow. If you look at the American Indian, the amount of game that they took down with something like this or a spear. So it is a capable option for you. You just got to practice and get good at it. So when you talk about that, you talk about the equipment, and one of the things you need is the different type of tips for your arrows. And one of the things for larger game you're going to need usually is a broadhead. So broadheads are expensive and they're a little finicky when it comes to usage. They can damage fairly easy with a missed shot, or if they hit a bone or something like that. And once that happens, they're pretty much useless because they don't fly true. So that's a problem. And they're a little hard to package and things as far as carrying. These are actually put together. You can buy them where you have to put them together. But once they're together, they're a little tricky because they are so razor sharp, and usually there's some type of tri-blade configuration of some sort, like this one. Now these are the cheaper ones, but they're still expensive in the grand scheme against the cheap shots. These right here I think are the Allen version, which makes a lot of cheap bow and hunting equipment, and these I bought, I think I may have paid 18, 19 bucks for 3 of them, including shipping. But still, in the grand scheme of those, that I paid $12, less than $12 including shipping, for 10 of them. But these are here, like I said, I actually, because they're hard to figure out how to carry in your packs, I actually saved some of the retail packaging and left them in there. And then just so that way they're not going to hopefully cut me or somebody else. But that's kind of the option I did. I just trimmed the retail packaging out to that size there. So the Cheap Shots themselves, these are made of polymer. These are 100 grain as far as the weight. Arrows go by weight just like bullets do. So this is 100 grain. They do make a 125 grain option if you want something a little heavier, and they do sell bulk packs with 50 in a pack. They're weatherproof. They're made of space-age polymer. I'm just reading some stuff off of here real quick. Obviously, they're cheap because, again, I told you I paid $12 for 10 of them. Less than $12 including shipping. And it says it's lethal. So there's a picture here of a guy with a dead water buffalo. Now, whether he actually killed that with these actual broadheads, I don't know. But they can definitely work. If you study history, the American Indians made their own arrow heads, and they were usually used flint knapping techniques to do that out of rock stone. And they were in this traditional shape here. Give you a look at it. If you look, it's got a serrated edge and a very sharp point, smooth and up to here, and then, like I said, it gets wider, creates a wider wound channel. Get you a look. They are polymer, and but they just like a regular broadhead or any type of arrow tip. They simply screw in just like this, and now that is a nice addition to a survival pack. And again, they could be used in a self-defense situation and or used for getting game. But I was pretty pleased with them as far as price and all that. Again, I'm always looking for budget-friendly survival items, and I thought this was a good example of that. I'm going to do some shooting videos with my son. I went and bought this Whisker Biscuit for my slingshot. I've rigged up the sling bow like probably everybody else that's ever messed with survival and prepping stuff, and but I wanted to try the Whisker Biscuit, and I bought one off of eBay. And when I do the video about this, I will actually link to this, because I got this for like, I don't know, less than $6 including shipping, pretty cheap. This right here is designed for arrows to go through. I'll show you that real quick. So the arrow goes through and it doesn't damage your fletching. Just goes through real smooth like that, but it holds it in place so you can aim where you need to go, and it has a notch in it. And for a slingshot application, you can actually use that kind of as a sight, is that V in there, but the V is designed to be able to pop your arrow in place. But yeah, I'll do a video about that. Once I get a little further along with that, I'm just trying to play with that. I've got them zip tied on for now. But anyway, guys, just kind of wanted to bring you this little short video about the cheap shots. I thought it was a neat product. I'd seen it around. I thought I'd buy them, and I want to give them a try and see how they do. But based on, you know, again, if I can just kill, you know, a couple animals with it, one animal, I'm okay with that. I may buy a second pack just because they're so cheap and have 20 of them. Then that should last you a pretty long time in a survival grid down type situation where you can't get to access to buying stuff. And it's much better. I'd rather have 10 or 20 of these than trying to rely on bushcraft skills, trying to do flint knapping to make your own. That's a pain. But anyway, guys, appreciate you tuning in. If you got any questions, post those below. If you've got any experience about these, using them, especially if you've killed something with them or whatever, share that with us. Let us know what your thoughts are. If you've actually used this product and done something with it. Again, target practice is one thing. I've seen some videos of this being used. They do usually fly pretty true, and I'm going to test that with this Expectra survival bow that I got back here and just see how it does. But if you like our videos, give us a thumbs up. That's greatly appreciated. It's down there in that corner. Also in that corner is the subscribe button. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell out beside of it. Give you notifications when we produce new videos. And also the share content. That helps us get the word out about Guns and Gear Network and the products that we review. As always, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Bring another video shortly. Have a great day.